Hello to my YouTube channel, Melanie Riverside Cemetery Beautee. I want to sit there and tell you how I got started with the cemetery and how I volunteered to clean the cemetery up, and thankfully I had helpers along the way. We still got progress to do with the cemetery as well. This is Samuel Beckholt. He is one of the founders of Riverside, 1800s. Now, I'm going to take you on a small detour of how it all started, how it came into play, and I do not regret it. This April, it'll be 5 years of taking care of the cemetery. I visit the cemetery once a week, and it's been a big joy. I got to meet new people in the community. They're all supportive, loving, and I'm thankful that they let me take care of the cemetery and to make it lovely again. I didn't know if there was anybody that was willing to help me or gonna help me. They didn't know if I was gonna stick of taking care of the cemetery or how long I was gonna last, because they have said it's a lot of work to take care of the cemetery, but it is well worth it. And we still gotta pick up some headstones. There's somebody there. They do put down new flags every year. I don't know if it was their flag. Sorry if this isn't your flag. I'm not sure whose it is. It could have been that one. Is it that one?
Could be.
Wait. I hope it's that one. I am so sorry, guys. Is this your flag? I'm not sure. I am not sure. I am really not sure. Alright, and when it gets nicer out, we'll get some D2 solution videos out as well. So when we're looking for my great-grandparents in here, I didn't know exactly where they were. We're up back here looking for them, and we're going row by row, row by row. Then we eventually made it down here, and there is nothing but yuccas, nothing about. Mostly all of this stuff was overgrown, so it didn't look like this 5 years ago, and it's a complete change around.
Where's a star?
Huh?
Somebody put a star up there on the tree.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay.
That was more when the pandemic happened, we couldn't have a parade, so I came out here last year and honored the veterans and the troops and firefighter police out here. So the star, that one's for the Civil War, ones that served in the military, and the other one is for everybody, the firefighters, Civil War, and the wives, that pretty much for everybody. Still gotta cut some yuccas down. Like before, you couldn't see their headstones at all. That big headstone had a big old branch in front of it, so you couldn't even see their headstone. The one over there, that was like fully covered. It definitely needs some D2 solution. And branches, that's all been cut down. Gotta do some little trimming around here. So yeah. And we found, the first one we found grandparents, John Wesley Casey, and Nana Emma Gilbert Casey, and that's my great aunt Margaret Casey. I don't know what she passed away from, but she passed away at the age of 15. And when I came up here, the yucca overgrown John Casey's headstone, so we couldn't see his headstone. Then we went looking for William Mayer and Rosalina. I just don't know her last name. She's German and he's German as well. So we're looking up and down. We could not find them whatsoever. And the craziest thing, when we did find them, we walked past them the first time. The first cleanup, that's when we found them. And they're right here. This is my one cousin's grandparent headstone. That's William Mayer. He served in the Civil War. This is his wife, Rosalina. I still don't know why there's two headstones, or two kind of headstones. I'm still not sure why that is, but it is what it is. I am not sure. I'm still figuring that one out. This is my great uncle, Paul Mayer. He served in the Civil War as well. Then the last one we found was Isaac Laconey. So we're walking all the way around this. Then if you turn the camera behind, that is a beautiful headstone. Mary. Her headstone's so pretty. But the plaque next to it with the bars, you can even see their headstones whatsoever. I will add some before pictures in this video of what the cemetery looked like, or I'll do a separate video. Then we get to Laconey. This side needed a little bit of work done, but now it's like really maintained. So yes, to answer questions, there are family members that do visit the cemetery that I'm not related to. So they probably saw the big change in the cemetery. This is Isaac Laconey. He's the one that I talked to and made a promise to that I would be back out here to clean the cemetery with help or no help. And I made a promise that day. And I talked to my boyfriend William. I told him what I wanted to do. He asked me, "Are you sure?" I said yes, and the rest is history. And now I cannot picture my life not being in the cemetery or taking care of the cemetery at all. And the third one cleanup from that final year, my dad asked, "Do we have any more grandparents?" I said, when I go home, I looked it up. Thank you, Isaac. I looked it up, and there is one more set of grandparents in here. So with all the journey we had along, and the people I helped, thank you, that helped me, thank you very much. Much love appreciated from you guys. This tree gotta go, the bark's falling off. These two headstones were in the ground. Our few lovely volunteers pulled them back up, and they were gentle. That's all I ask. If you help me take care of the cemetery, is be respectful and gentle to the headstones and to the loved ones that are in here, and the ones that I have met. Like, I get permissions for them before I do anything to their headstones. This tree gotta be definitely cut down. Now here's my other grandparent. This is they're from German. Isaac's from England. Well, his branch is from England. Natalie and Shepherd and Christina Shepherd. I just don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Schaefer.
I mean her maiden name.
Uh,
So I don't know how to pronounce her maiden name. They're from Germany too. And I believe this is either an aunt or an uncle. But the history is down there. So I need to find some help from a few people because it's going to be heavy. Just dig it around a little bit and be gentle, and they can pull it up and put it back in. So that's small work. So I am very grateful how the cemetery looks, and I can't picture my life without it, because when we first started, the yucca got to be cut over here. These yucca plants, all of these yucca plants were covered, and especially on that side we just came from, looked very bad. And this looks bad too. You couldn't see none of their headstones. They're like yay high. There's branches. It was crazy, but I'm glad it's maintainable now. And if it was just me out here, it would be taking longer. So I didn't think it was going to look like this in 5 years, because it looked like so much work to do, but somehow we all pulled it off, and I appreciate it every time. Coming out here, I can't picture my life without being in here. I love being in here. I love taking care. And it's just not my ancestry, it's everybody that has family and loved ones, and the respect and love that they still need, and they will never be forgotten. And I'm gonna be here until the day I cannot be here. And if I'm in a wheelchair, I'm still gonna be out here. If I can't barely move, to the day I die, I'll be in this cemetery. I will find a way. But whatever happens when that time comes, my spirit will still be in the cemetery with them, to protect them and watch over them. Alright guys, we're back at the beginning now. And I have to finish my one series up of telling you guys who's in here. There's over 600 families buried in here and loved ones. I got some done, but not a lot, so that might take me a few years to get done. So, alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not be rude, leave good comments, and be respectful as always. Remember, I love you all, and thank you for anybody that let me take care of the cemetery along the way. It wouldn't be possible without any of us, and a strong heart like mine, and put my mind to it. If I can take care of the cemetery, put my mind, you guys can do it. I hope I can be an inspiration. Doesn't have to be cleaning the cemetery, but go out there and reach your dreams, goals, whatever you have in the world. Anything's possible. And the cemetery wasn't a dream or a goal. It just happened, and I'm glad it did, because it's worth everything to me now. Because I'd rather be here than anywhere else, if that makes any sense. Alright, I love you guys all. Bye for now.